genetic testing.
On The Doctors.
The Doctors, Monday morning at 10 on News Channel 9.
We're building a new Integrity Cadillac Buick GMC.
We promise to do everything we can to make your shopping experience a pleasure.
Come and register to drive a new 2015 Buick Encore free for a year while we get ready for an all-new Integrity Automotive.
In the heart of Automotive Row.
JB Millworks, where all new construction and remodeling begins.
Good morning, and we thank you for joining us for a special edition of Good Morning Chattanooga Weekend. I'm Calvin Sneed.
I'm Kim Chapman. It is July 19th, 2015.
It's been 3 days since the shooting rampage that left 4 Marines and 1 sailor dead. 3 days later, a wounded Chattanooga continues to heal.
And the community and the nation are still coming to grips with the tragedy, but in the city's dark time, an outpouring of love and support. News Channel 9's Lauren St. Germain and Josh Rowe join us now live from Lee Highway, where a memorial has blossomed in the city's darkest hour. Josh, Lauren?
Kim and Calvin, it is incredible the number of people we continue to stream in here to take a look at this memorial to honor the 5 men who lost their lives. Gunnery Sergeant Thomas Sullivan, Staff Sergeant David Wyatt, Sergeant Carson Holmquist, Lance Corporal Skip Wells, and Navy Petty Officer Randall Smith. What we want to do, part of this hour, is tell the story of these 5 men.
We figured the best way to honor their ultimate sacrifice was to reach out to the TV stations in their hometowns and try to get their stories we wanted to hear from their coaches, their families, friends, the people who knew these Marines and sailor best, so we could properly tell you at home what types of people these men were.
They have each had very unique careers. You know, actually 3 have been deployed. Obviously, they were all serving together on that day that they passed away here in Chattanooga on Thursday, and we'll tell those stories coming up. But first, we want to get to the news of the day, if we could. For the first time, the family of accused shooter Muhammad Abdulaziz released a statement saying, in part, and here are the words here, there are no words to describe our shock, horror, and grief. The person who committed this horrible crime was not the son we knew and loved. For many years, our son suffered from depression. It grieves us beyond belief to know that his pain found its expression in this heinous act of violence. To read the entire statement, go to our website, newschannel9.com.
And we're also getting a closer look at the last text Abdulaziz may have sent a friend. Now, a friend did send all this information into Reuters, and that's how we know about it. It was a text that had a link to an Islamic verse, and he supposedly sent this link to his friend just hours before he began this brazen attack. In translation, it says, "Whoever shows enmity to a friend of mine, then I have declared war against him." The friend did ask to remain anonymous, but did show the text to Reuters yesterday. He told the source he thought nothing of it until Thursday.
Another thing we want to do while we're out here is show you some of this memorial, because some of the items on this memorial are just incredible. We told you about the Purple Heart that a veteran had dropped off earlier. We can take a look over here. Dog tags out there. There's over to our right, there is a Marine Alpha uniform jacket with the sergeant rank. There are flags, there are Bibles, there are signs. One sign I saw in a child's writing just says, "I am so sorry."
The words that we're seeing, the letters that people have written, if you come down to this memorial, take a few minutes to just read the notes. They're absolutely heart-wrenching and so heartfelt, and you can tell that people just really want to let the families know that these men gave the ultimate sacrifice and that we are eternally grateful as a city.
And another big question that we do not have the answer to, that we're working to get the answer to, what will happen to all of this stuff? Will it be separated and sent off to the 5 families? Will there be some kind of memorial here, a permanent memorial? I would love to see some of this stuff stay right here in Chattanooga to the people who donated this stuff to the memorial, so we can always remember and honor the 5 service members who lost their lives here.
And you know, the memorial started Thursday, and it keeps growing hour by hour, and we don't even know when it would stop growing. Right. And people just keep bringing stuff, and you know, keep watching. So that's something we really want to figure out what is going to happen, because eventually the crime scene tape is going to go away, but this is going to forever have impacted Chattanooga.
Sure. And a whole lot more from out here during this hour. Right now, let's go back to the studio to Kim and Calvin.
Okay, thank you, Josh and Lauren. You know, folks, support for Chattanooga continues to grow strong, both in and around our city.
And the globe. Check out this cell phone video taken by News Channel 9 employee Nathan Gale. It shows a convoy of cars, all of them bearing American flags, traveling down Amnicola Highway last night near the shooting site.
As you just heard Josh and Lauren say, folks, we went to the hometowns to learn the lives of these fallen heroes. It's our way of honoring the sacrifices they made Thursday afternoon just off Amnicola Highway. And that's where we go now to Betsy Golden. Betsy is profiling each of the 5 servicemen killed.
Betsy joins us now live with a look at the life.
Calvin, it's very different out here this morning than it was on Lee. It is on Lee Highway. There are a few flags and balloons behind me. We've seen one person stop by to leave something, but local businesses are doing their part to be Chattanooga strong. And just as we're mourning, they're mourning in Paulding, Ohio. Residents for their own U.S. Navy Petty Officer Randall Smith.
Randall Smith's step-grandmother woke up and heard the news she was dreading. Her step-grandson had passed away.
Turned on my computer, and there it was, so I immediately called down there, talked to our son.
Navy Petty Officer Randall Smith was shot 3 times while at the Navy Operational Support Center in Chattanooga Thursday. His step-grandmother, Darlene Proxmeyer, said he had severe damage to his colon and liver. Smith had several surgeries but passed away early Saturday morning. Now the community is grieving.
Sad for his dad. I know him real well.
Greg Reinhardt was Smith's Little League baseball coach for several years. He says Smith was a standout baseball player at Paulding High School.
Randall was a loving kid, full of fun, loved his wife and kids, loved his family, loved the community.
Reinhardt says he couldn't believe the news when he heard of Smith's passing.
How it could be when he was in the Navy and he's in Tennessee, you know, not too many big bodies of water around.
Bob Feehan lived a few houses down from Smith's family.
Like every other kid, you know, he loved to play sports.
He says he heard the news from his son, Smith's good friend, who was also in Tennessee.
He was working in Tennessee just about a half an hour from where this happened when it happened. And he just got home early this morning and told me that he heard he passed away.
It's news Feehan never wanted to hear about one of Paulding's own.
It's kind of hard to talk about it because I knew him so well, and you know, I just kind of lost for words right now.
And coming up throughout the show, hear from family and friends of each of the 4 Marines who were killed in Thursday's terrible incident.
Okay, thank you, Betsy. As the injured Chattanooga police officer continues to recover, many people have been reaching out to show their support for him. Officer Dennis Pettigo will be off work for the next few weeks, we're told, as he recovers from the gunshot he suffered during Thursday's shooting.
According to the Chattanooga Police Department, well-wishers can bring get-well cards, notes of support, or gift cards to local restaurants and grocery stores, to the Family Justice Center today, or the Chattanooga Police Services Center in Amnicola during normal business hours.
Right now, let's go back out to Josh and Lauren for a look at how the community continues to mourn the victims. Josh, Lauren?
Kim and Calvin, churches across the area will dedicate part of their service this morning to these shootings. One of those churches, the Greater Community Church of Chattanooga.
Yeah, and we spoke with Pastor J. Anthony Taylor about this, and here's what he had to say.
The pastor that was there, kneeling beside the veteran Matthew Spurgeon. And one thing that he said to me, he said, sometimes we feel like that no one even cares. We give our lives and we dedicate our lives to the service of our country. And it seems like sometimes that fellow Americans don't really appreciate what we do. And they don't thank us for being, you know, those people who are on the front lines of the defenders of democracy. And so that bothered me. It troubled me.
And again, that service starts at 10 o'clock at their address on East 3rd Street. Everyone, of course, is welcome to attend, and it's going to be a powerful service. The prayer vigils that have been going on are just very, very powerful.
Absolutely. I want to bring up to date on some news. We told you earlier this morning that the FBI had planned to finish up their investigation here. We just saw saw a truck pull up with at least 4 to 5 FBI agents show up and take out their large bags. So we assume that means that their investigation here at this scene is not quite done yet. Last night we got a release saying that they should be wrapped up last night, still working, and they said that the location on Amnicola Highway should be several days until they're finished there.
Yeah, still FBI agents here, still crime scene tape, still a pretty active scene.
Absolutely.
Now, a lot of you have been asking, how can I help the victims' families? Coming up after the break, we're going to hear from a Marine Corps Scholarship Foundation, and they're going to let you know how you personally can help the victims' families. Stay with us.
Weather is sponsored by JB Millworks, where all new construction and remodeling begins.
At Window World, we provide a straightforward approach to doing business.
With exceptional products at unbeatable prices. Not only do we stand behind our windows,
we stand on them.
Window World, simply the best for less.
There are a lot of places where you can get barbecue, but there's only one place where you can get Bojangles barbecue. Introducing the new pulled pork barbecue sandwich from Bojangles. Try our barbecue sandwich combo for just $4.99. Bojangles, it's bow time.
On News Channel 9, we don't just give you the headlines. We give you the information you need to plan your day.
So a daily round of thunder showers the next several days.
And tell you how the day's lead stories impact you.
Drivers will be paying more at the pump as part of
News Channel 9 at 5, 5:30, and 6 with Calvin Sneed, Latricia Thomas, Kim Chapman, Josh Rowe, Sports with Dave Staley, and Weather with David Glenn. Keeping you more aware, more prepared, and better informed. News Channel 9. Depend on us.
Tonight, it's Crock-Pot's time. First, football chef Rob Gronkowski tackles the summer's #1 news show.
Name something that can be inflated or deflated. Rob?
I don't even want this one.
That's a smart man.
Celebrity Family Feud. Then the summer's biggest battle is down to the final 8. Game on. And everything is on the line.
I don't think any other team stands a chance against us.
Battle Buzz after Celebrity Family Feud. All new tonight on ABC.
News Channel 9 would like to thank our advertisers. And if your business would like to join our roster of success stories, contact our sales office today. We can help you reach your target audience across multiple platforms through the power of television, the web, and mobile apps. Our team can help you craft a winning strategy for your business using both broadcast and digital media. For more information on how News Channel 9 can help your business grow, contact local sales manager Angie Bryant at 423-756-5500.
Weather is sponsored by JB Millworks, where all new construction and remodeling begins.
And we look at downtown Chattanooga from the DoubleTree Hotel, our CHI Memorial camera. A little haze out there as we start things off here for today. And in our weather, we're going to get you through some of this very hot weather over the next couple of days with highs in the mid-90s and even some upper 90s. I'm certain will be coming in here. Heat indexes are also a key because it can be very dangerous to your health as it goes over 100 degrees, between 100, 110 even in some places. 78 degrees at this hour. Temperatures are moving into the 70s that were down in the upper 60s in some places this morning. And as we watch our satellite radar composite, we even though we have considerable haze, there really is not very much in the way of cloudiness that we would normally see. Once again, though, we are in a flow of air from the northwest to the southeast, and we have some clouds that are approaching from the northwest right now. And as we go through the day, Future Track is certainly picking up on some of these isolated thunder showers. You see, this is kind of how I would suspect the radar might look this afternoon with some of these thunder showers popping up. And then we go into the evening, things start to diminish, and we go back into tomorrow afternoon with some of the same kind of weather. Actually, tomorrow it is not quite as prevalent even on Future Track, but I still think we'll have some scattered thunderstorms tomorrow. And Tuesday seems to be a little higher chance for some of these scattered showers and thunder showers. So at 9 a.m. shortly, we'll be around 82 degrees. Noontime, 90 degrees and skies partly cloudy. Now, by the time we get past the noon hour and closer to, say, 4 o'clock, we will start to see a few of these isolated thunder showers. Remember, we have the heat like this that's been building, and we have humidities that are pretty high. The scattered thunderstorms or isolated thunderstorms, even though they may not cover much of our area up, we will have the potential still for a few strong storms. So that's with us for several days. Actually, it looks like we may peak on some of these showers and storms on Tuesday, and because of that, maybe not quite as hot. 77, though, the low on Tuesday and a high of 92. Wednesday's low 75, the high 92, and 92 on Thursday. So right through that period of time, temperatures are lower in the forecast, mainly because we have a few more showers in the forecast. Then we start to see a decrease in that Thursday, Friday, Saturday, highs low to mid 90s. It's a summer forecast. We're going to go back to Kim and Calvin right now.
Okay, thank you, Bill. And welcome back to the special edition of Good Morning Chattanooga Weekend. Many people are wondering how they can help the families involved in Thursday's shooting.
One organization, One Way, founded by a Marine in 1962, that is one possible place where you can start. The Marine Corps Scholarship Foundation has provided more than 35,000 scholarships since its inception 53 years ago.
Now, joining us now by phone is Margaret Davis. She's the president and CEO of the Marine Corps Scholarship Foundation. Ms. Davis, thanks for joining us. Your organization is there to make sure the children of these and other fallen heroes get the further educations that parents would have wanted them to have. Is that correct?
That's absolutely right. We're here to help assist in that post-high school education phase, both career technical education, college, university, so critical in helping families move forward and helping children succeed in life and helping build a stronger America. We're honored to partner with these families and their children. We truly understand what these 6 children are experiencing and will experience as they move through the years ahead.
Margaret, making a donation to the Marine Corps Scholarship Foundation, obviously one way people choose to donate, but a lot of times people have questions about if they donate, specifically where does their money go? What about in this case?
I'm so glad you asked that question, and your viewers and listeners need to be very discerning about their resources. We're proud to say that Charity Navigator gives us 4 stars in financial accountability and transparency. We put the money donated to us right to work for the specified purpose. Only 8% of our revenue goes to general administrative expenses, and our priority is your priority. Our priority is investing in these families in need, being there for them both in their time of grief today and in the decades to come as they move forward. We're proud to say also that more than 35 of our 2,300 students this year are coming right from the great volunteer state of Tennessee, and we have about 150 students nationwide in this Heroes Tribute program. So we fund both those children who need us as a result of their parents being killed in action or killed in the United States in this case in training, and as well as wounded, as well as those who need us who are in financial need.
Margaret, one last question for you. We're here, we see what's going on. The families of the fallen heroes are feeling the pain, but from your end, how do you feel about it?
Well, I'm a Marine mom and a mother of a Marine daughter, a spouse of a Marine, and this is personal, to be honest. I mean, our hearts go out to the families. The Marine Corps is a small community, and as is those sailors who serve with us, and we take care of each other. It's no surprise that the oldest and largest need-based scholarship provider for any military children comes from a Marine Corps affiliation. It's just we're passionate about making sure we're there for each other. And really, Kim and Calvin, we're funding children still who had World War II parents. We have a few Navajo code talker children that we're funding. They're older, and then, of course, we have children from the Iraq-Afghanistan war conflict, and then, unfortunately, we will have those children. I'm glad we're there for them, but I'm sad about the circumstances from this week's shooting.
All right, Margaret Davis with the Marine Corps Scholarship Foundation. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. We'll check back with you in a few minutes.
Folks, if you want to do something, if you want to help, this is a good way to do that. Help the children of these fallen heroes. Thanks for waking up with us for the special edition of Good Morning Chattanooga Weekend. Josh and Lauren will have more from the memorial on Lee Highway when we come back.
Teens love their phones, and phones and fun go together most of the time. Teens can't text during exams, and they should never text while driving. Cars can be a deadly force, and one moment of distraction is all it takes. Don't let your teen's phone become a distraction. Take control of their phone when they drive with a free Drive Safe Mode app. Learn more at drivesafemode.com. Brought to you by Warren and Griffin.
Hi, it's Eddie and Greg here from North Georgia Toyota in Dalton.
Nothing beats a new Toyota from North Georgia Toyota in Dalton. Right now, get a new Camry LE for just $19,368 or a new Corolla for only $16,977. Get $3,000 off or 0% on new Tundras or $6,000 off new Avalons.
Other dealers are going to say they can't do that. What do we say, Greg?
We say, oh, yes, we can.
Only at North Georgia Toyota in Dalton. Come see us.
News Channel 9 and CHI Memorial bring you a better way to look at weather. The Storm Cam 9 Network. These HD cameras aren't just beautiful views. They show you dangerous weather as it happens. Plus, the Storm Cam 9 Network is available 24/7 at NewsChannel9.com. Another way we keep you more aware, more prepared, and better informed. The Storm Cam 9 Network, exclusively from News Channel 9 and CHI Memorial.
The goal is to get calls and to create business. The best thing about advertising on News Channel 9 is, first of all, the results. People see it, people call you, but also just the people that you deal with over there. They're just good, nice people. They're flexible, and they're available.
Our team can help you craft a winning strategy for your business using both broadcast and digital media. For more information on how News Channel 9 can help your business grow, contact local sales manager Angie Bryant.
Monday, 9 till 7. Shop red-hot summer clearance prices on everything at Scott's Furniture. Everything's tagged at summer clearance sale prices you have to see to believe. Save on sofas starting at only $379. Desks start at just $225. Save in Scott's House of Bargains and shop even lower prices at their clearance center. Buy with no down payment and 0% interest for 2 full years. Plus, delivery and setup are free up to 50 miles. Join the crowds Monday, 9 till 7 for their sensational red-hot summer clearance at Scott's Furniture in Cleveland.
Local sports headlines and scores, NewsChannel9.com.
Welcome back, folks, and thank you for joining us for this special edition of Good Morning Chattanooga.
As authorities wind down their investigation at the Lee Highway shooting scene, the memorial for the fallen servicemen continues to grow. Josh Rowe and Lauren St. Germain join us now from the scene with more. Good morning, you guys.
Kim and Calvin, one of the most inspiring things about being out here is actually getting a chance to talk to the people who show up out here to visit this memorial. We just met a family here. We have Ashley and Chad and Colby
Little
Taylor.
Colby.
They're here from Asheville, North Carolina, and you guys were in town for an event and decided to stay over and visit this before we went back, right?
Yes.
Why was it so important to do that?
Well, teaching him, he's very into superheroes, as you can see, and we just wanted to show him who true heroes are.
Now, I can't imagine trying to tell, Colby's 2, and how do you tell him what's going on, why all these flags are lining the street? What did you tell him?
We just told him that in the world, bad things happen, and some bad things happen to some heroes.
Can you tell me about the last couple of days watching this on television from far away, but then knowing that you wanted to visit this? What's that been like to watch this kind of unfold, if you will?
Oh, it's very sad. I mean, I can't even imagine what these families are going through right now.
Made it really surreal to see this.
flags there are. I mean, people really have come out and
it gives me goosebumps, to be honest with you. So it's emotional. It's sad.
Thank you guys so much for joining us this morning. We appreciate it.
We really do appreciate it. And this is just one example of the many families and many people we have seen drive in, come in, sit down. One of the things that I noticed on Friday when I was here, and I saw 2 or 3 people do this, they will just sit down in front of the memorial and not talk to anyone, just sit there and stare at the memorial. Maybe say a silent prayer, but really just try to soak it in and really understand, what really has happened here this week.
And now, one thing, if you're walking around, you'll notice there's, besides flags, besides little mementos, there are also notes that people have left. And if you come here, take a few minutes to read those notes because the words are just incredibly touching. And Josh was saying, you saw one note that really struck a chord with you.
Yeah. It's in a child's handwriting, and it just says, "I am so sorry." And you see that, and it really breaks your heart because you realize that's what is in a child's mind as they try to understand and come to grips with what has happened here. And also, like you said, if you're at home and you haven't been out here, it really is worth a trip out here to just see this for yourself.
Just absolutely. And there's just no words. There's no words for this growing memorial.
Right now, let's take a quick break. We'll be back with a whole lot more. Stay right there.
This will be your new Integrity Cadillac Buick GMC,
where every vehicle comes with our promise.
We promise to do the right thing first time, this time, every time. At Integrity Cadillac Buick GMC, easy to get to from anywhere, in the heart of Automotive Road.
Next, Dr. Phil.
Chris is a pathological liar. Chris said he was a pilot buying a $500,000 house.
A life of deception.
Did he accuse you of kidnapping your child?
Yeah.
I wanted my son. He may have fooled others.
I made a list of his lies.
But has he met his match?
What did you decide was the best way to play me?
I don't like the fact that you're telling...
I don't expect you to like it.
Next, Dr. Phil.
Dr. Phil, Monday at 4 on News Channel 9.
The heat index is going above 100 in many locations, including here. So this is definitely one of the dog days of summer. It's hot, but beautiful, so definitely get outside and enjoy it. Hey, Andy. Glad you got to play outside today.
Plan your day with David Glenn and Storm Track 9. Just think, this could be you, down front in Atlanta at Variety Playhouse. Hearts pumping, boots tapping, and Sugarland's Christian Bush pulling you home. With Southern Gravity songs, named the Feel Good Album of the Year. 5 lucky winners receive a pair of tickets in the Southern Gravity giveaway. 1 grand prize winner also gets a meet and greet with Christian Bush before the show. Enter now for a chance to win at NewsChannel9.com. Contest ends July 19th. Tickets are on sale now, but they're going fast. Brought to you by News Channel 9.
This will be your new Integrity Cadillac Buick GMC.
I count 100 Cadillacs, 100 Buicks, over 100 GMCs.
Plus, we say our pre-owned are Chattanooga's 100 best. At Integrity Cadillac Buick GMC, easy to get to from anywhere, in the heart of Automotive Road.
One of our goals this hour is to tell you more about the 5 heroes that died here this week. This man we're going to tell you about now, Sergeant Carson Holmquist. He was a high school football player. He had 2 deployments to Afghanistan, joined the Marine Corps in 2009. He had a family. He had a wife. He had children. A career Marine.
He was an incredible man who dedicated so much of his life to serving our country. And we're going to hear from the people who knew him best, from his high school coach, and just the people who grew up with him. And with that story, Betsy Golden joins us live on Amnicola Highway.
Well, Josh and Lauren, I'm on Amnicola, and all morning we've been reporting from the other side of the street and hadn't even noticed this in the daylight. But tons of flags, flowers, balloons line the street in front of the Navy Operational Support Center. And here you see a cross for Sergeant Carson Holmquist. His family has more.
It's a military town.
Flags flying a little lower Friday greet you at the edge of Grantsburg, at the American Legion, and at the high school. It's here where that pride is mounted, where serving means just as much as winning.
Yeah, we have a very patriotic community.
A few feet from Sergeant Carson Holmquist's picture on the Wall of Honor.
It was clear.
Updates from Tennessee echoed through the quiet school offices.
To lose one of your own, it's again, it's very real, and yeah, a lot of people hurting in our community today.
Principal Josh Watt coached Sergeant Holmquist in football from 2005 to 2008.
He always worked hard, and he was there for his team.
But that's not the uniform he will remember.
When he returned home from boot camp, he stopped by the school to visit, and I remember seeing him dressed in his blues and just how proud he was.
Here in Grantsburg, that pride flies in the air, hangs from a wall, and fills heavy hearts.
And coming up after a quick break, we'll continue our coverage of the 5 servicemen we lost.
I'm Ryan Jackson with Walter Jackson Chevrolet in Ringgold, Georgia. My family has been selling and servicing Chevrolets in Ringgold, Georgia for 44 years. During this time, we've offered the best prices plus great service. One thing you won't find here at Walter Jackson Chevrolet is all those crazy extra fees being added on to your purchase price. That's why we want you to compare our bottom line price. After all, it's all about the bottom line price you pay that counts. Find new roads with a short drive to Walter Jackson Chevrolet in Ringgold, Georgia, and save.
Snip or not to snip?
How old is too old for a circumcision?
There is a big difference in surgical risk.
Then,
I haven't talked about this to anyone really like this. I've just been so embarrassed, and I didn't want to tell my husband.
the surgery that ruined her life.
I'm not sure what to do.
And a reality star's risky pregnancy.
What went through your mind at the end of the day when you said we are not going to do genetic testing?
On The Doctors.
The Doctors, Monday morning at 10 on News Channel 9.